Ta-da. We're live.
We are live?
We're back in the shop.
Oh, I thought there were more checks.
I have no idea, but
Good evening, Matthew.
welcome, Matthew. You are first. You get all rights to that and privileges that come with being first. Um, all right. Welcome to the stream. I am Kim of Kim Fixes Things. Check out my channel separately elsewhere on YouTube. And I am here with your host, Buff Del Campo. And tonight we are once again live in the shop, just tinkering. We've been out here for several hours and then also back at the house in the studio doing work, learning new things, uh, better preparing to bring you more gooder content. And yeah, we're going to talk about it tonight. And we're also going to work on the Dakota once we get bored of talking, or I'm going to work on the Dakota.
Oh, we got some, you ordered stuff. We got boxes of stuff for yours.
Boxes of stuff. Yeah, that's right. We have mail call and
Mail call.
boxes, and we have all the things. All the things. That's what we're going to do is we're going to work on the things. And thank you for coming. If you're here on the replay, we will try and entertain you, although mostly we are here to get some work done and develop for long-term content or long-form content because we're seeing that shorts are helping bring people into the channel, and lives are a great way to connect with you, the viewer. You can talk to us, ask questions, and interact with other people, which is great. But long-form content is what makes a real YouTube channel. So we're learning how to do that better. We recorded some today and we uh, made a short and a poll that will work alongside of it. And you can tell them about our topic for today.
The topic for today. We did a short about that you can watch, but it's about different kinds of penetrating oil. And then we put up a poll of which penetrating oil do people like. And you can go in the community section for that and take the poll.
Yeah, we've
But
never done a community
we've
section.
never done anything in community section, which we probably should have been doing, but we haven't. So I'm going to start putting things in community section. But we started that with a poll, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, live and learn. Oh man, this week, this is what, eighth day in a row we've been on lives. And we've never done that before either. So yeah, 8 days in a row on lives. We've got man, I've got what, 39 or maybe 40, 41 shorts up in the last little over a month. Never done that before. Picked up a lot of subscribers, kind of like that. Um,
Yeah, but
I
just
don't know.
getting subscribers is pointless if
Bruce.
you don't engage with your audience and do things that entertain and allow people to interact. So, I've been doing a lot of study. I've been listening to the experts about how to do a channel, and obviously they don't tell you what to do. They just tell you how to make it good for a channel, and they say, do these things. All these features are here because big content creators who are wildly successful and wildly entertaining that their viewers like use these tools over and over again. So we're trying to learn to use them. We're a little bit old and set in our ways, but we got to.
We're a little old set. I am old set in my ways.
I don't necessarily want to learn new things, but I want to do it. I This is our chance to be here for you. You are trusting us with your time and your focus. And so, in exchange, we want to be as entertaining and as community oriented as we possibly can be, because that's what is going to make you like it and want to come back and see what we're up to. So,
Well, and I enjoy the lives because I sit here. He's like, yeah, I got a whole bunch of new friends, and it's kind of fun, and it's some been around for a while now, so like, look forward to seeing everybody. I like that. You know what I need? I need to get up for a minute.
okay,
You're
go ahead.
you got it.
I'm going to tell them about it. Oh, Matthew Ward just subscribed. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
cool. Thank you.
Um, yeah, so like I said, it isn't necessarily about. I mean, this is hard work for us. There's no reason for us to do hard work
It's hard. It's not that hard. You're the one over there working hard, I
Well,
guess.
I
I'm
just
sitting here. You know what I did? I got this drink.
oh, and it's not that
It's
anymore.
not what it says, so we got to change the label.
Not
Label.
sponsored, so we're just peeling it off.
Peel off the label.
Yep, they didn't pay their sponsorship fees, so
So now we have this
we've delabeled them.
root beer from some generic bottle of root beer.
Yep,
So it's no longer iced
they're
tea.
lost. They could have
It's
been.
no longer
Yeah,
iced tea because
that's
we didn't go buy iced tea. But I don't want to drink out of a 2 liter bottle. I got a friend that drinks Dr. Pepper out of a 2 liter bottle
oh
everywhere.
man.
And that's a little, yeah, it's kind of big.
Um. So, yeah, learning how to do. I mean, we have learned so much from doing shorts for a month nonstop about how to be like quick and what's gonna work and what's not. And in the past, I think a lot of our videos have been too complicated. We've tried to cover too much material in too short of a time, or not even in too short, try to cover too much material and drag things out. And shorts and other videos, they need to be very specific because there's a lot of people who are on YouTube and they're looking for something. They're looking for an answer. They want to be educated or informed about something. And if you talk about all these things, they don't got the time or the focus to listen to it all. So,
Can I tell a story about that?
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, I was up in I
Thank
just
you,
went to
Matthew.
Kim's channel and subscribed. Good. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
There's a lot of older content that you might find entertaining. I did some Will It runs last year, and there's a lot of background to all the different projects that we're working on, like historical interest perhaps that you might find on a rainy day or in the this winter. You may look in Engine Light Garage. Hello, welcome to the stream.
This the story I want to tell was it's kind of a YouTube related thing. Is I worked in brake shops more than once. I've done brake jobs on about every kind of vehicle you can think of. But I'm always going out to the car, going back to the toolbox, going to the car, going back to the toolbox, and it's just it's one of those things. And I had my Ford van in a parking lot in an apartment, which means I really only wanted to carry tools out there once because I had a toolbox in the apartment when it was too big to carry out there. So I went on YouTube and looked at uh, what it, what tools I needed to change the calipers. I had a frozen up caliper on the left front. So I watched a YouTube video and the guy showed all the tools. And I grabbed all the tools I needed out of my toolbox. I went out there and I did the job. Didn't have to go back once to get tools. That was pretty cool. Just refreshed my memory enough, knew exactly what size wrenches I needed. And I still do that stuff with YouTube because there's always somebody else that's already done the job.
It really does help to have someone walk you through the process, but you know, as a someone who's recording the stuff, you got it. We were watching another person's content, and we're not calling anyone out, but we're just trying to learn from other people's work,
Was
like
this the guy
where
that
it could be
was
stronger.
so competent
Yeah, he was
that he had
obviously a really smart guy. He was using his computer software to connect, and he was actuating an EGR valve, and it was showing, graphs, and I understood it.
this guy is just as competent as it gets. And we were watching a video, and I go, man, this could put you to sleep because he lets you really understand what he's doing. And then he had music playing in it, which is
Yeah,
if
really.
that music was playing and he wasn't talking at all, it'd be good music to sleep by. And we're
Yeah,
going, man, it's too bad he doesn't bring the energy up a little bit here.
he had the car, he had the parts where you could see it pretty clearly. He had the diagnostic equipment. He's making it all work,
And he knew his shit. He
but
really knew his shit.
he
Yep.
didn't know how to present it in a way that and his viewership showed, his
So,
subscribership showed.
so the reason we're looking at things like that is so we don't make the same mistakes.
That's
I mean,
right.
I go back, it was July 3rd was a year for me in here. So I went back to July 3rd a year ago, July 3rd of 23, and I looked at my first video. It's like, oh man, it's pretty bad. I mean, it was okay. It was informative, but it was could have been better.
Could have been
Could
better.
have been better.
And there's a very delicate balance between being paralyzed by fear of not doing good enough and creating the best stuff we can make right now. So we always are
Engine
making it
Light
the best
Garage.
we can.
What's Engine Light Garage? Tell us a little about what you do. I don't know who's Engine Light Garage. I
I've
should
I've
know.
subscribed to Engine
Oh,
Light
you did?
Garage's channel,
Maybe I
but I
did.
don't remember what I've watched recently from Engine Light Garage. So go ahead and feel free to plug yourself. I cannot put up a link right now because we do not have a moderator in chat.
You're not a moderator? Oh, you're not.
If
We're
I
in here.
was,
We're in here as me, not. Yeah, okay.
yeah, and
Yeah.
well, you're a moderator in your own channel, but the problem being is it's very difficult to
Yeah.
moderate the way we have it. Our studio setup in the house is a little better than what we have going on here in the garage.
If John or Mexican Spec or Ari come in here, maybe we'll ask them to post some links, and that'd be kind of fun. Get everybody sub.
I mean, we're very community oriented, right? Like success to us means we're bringing other people up.
It's like right now I'm focusing on building my Ford Ranger. Oh, so yeah, here we are, Ford Ranger time.
Burns
John
here.
Wilburn is here. John Wilburn, you're here, and I'm gonna ask you to do something already. Can you go in there and post a link for Engine Light Garage? And well, first of all, yeah, you said you're sub. So Engine Light Garage, Matthew Ward, Bruce Colchin, and who else? Matthew Ward. Yeah, if we can get some links up there so everybody gets subbed to everybody. Yeah, I use it. I use it for entertainment and I use it for well, like I said, when I walk out to a car now, especially if it's out in a driveway or in a parking lot or something, I walk out there, I have all the right tools and I know what I need before I walk out there. Even though I know the job fairly well, I can't remember if it's 13 millimeter, 15 millimeter, whatever it is. But when I look at somebody do the same job on YouTube, it's like it's kind of fun. I walk out there with exactly what I need, and I get yeah, my memory isn't that good. So
Another thing that I was learning, thank you,
there we
John.
go. Thank you, sir.
Another thing that I was learning while I'm doing my educational research for content creation is that the channels that do entertainment, they're very hit or miss. They either knock it out of the park to all the way to the moon, or they fail miserably over time. And educational channels are much more stable. They grow slower, but they're more steady and consistent. So the best, obviously the best educators are also entertainers. When you're educating someone, you want to do that in an entertaining way. So we, some of our, we're working on trying to be as much of both as we possibly can be, so that we can be here, in the for the long haul and build a community and our channel. And so that's and we've got good people. John Wilburn, thank you so much. You've
Yeah,
been
great.
such a great support to us over the last couple of years here. And anyways,
Oh, what is well, John's here. I want to say today, John, you gave us the 30-day uh
shorts challenge.
yeah, shorts challenge. Shorts, can I say that? Shorts
YouTube
challenge.
shorts challenge.
So today, I kept going afterwards, still putting up one a day. And today I actually put up two shorts, which brings on the next thing. John, if you could post another link, we put up a poll on our community section. And because we did a short on different kinds of penetrating oil, and
Redoob.
so there's a so uh,
We did the first
there's
poll
a
we've ever
there's
done.
a yeah, the first poll we've ever done on which is the best penetrating oil. If you can maybe put a link to that as well. Man, I'm getting my mileage up to John tonight,
We're
aren't I?
trying to make the content engaging
Yes.
and, you know, use all the things. This live streaming thing, it comes so easy to him. If I gave him the choice every time, if I said, "Do you want to do this, or this?" he would say live stream because he's comfortable with it.
I'm
He's
comfortable
been
with it.
doing it. He did it with Tony for a while, and he's got it down. So if I set him up with a live stream, he's loving it. He'll sit here, he'll talk to you, and he's entertained. It's not hard work. and it was really tough the first couple weeks that we were doing shorts. You got to admit, there were some
Oh,
days that
shorts were tough, and I was doing shorts with we take not shorts, we take long, of course, vertical, up and downy, and and but they'd be way too long. Then I'd go in there and spend 2 or 3 or 4 hours editing the thing down to under a minute. And by the end of the month, we were doing shorts. We do maybe 1 or 2 takes, maybe 3 takes. I wouldn't have to edit them at all. It'd just be like just just do them. One eye cat, how you doing?
welcome
Uh,
to the stream.
so I do. I never have to edit a short anymore, and I just load it up on my phone, and it just I got good at that, and that was not easy for me at first, but now it seems to be.
I mean, it was tough getting
Oh,
into
one eye
that
cat,
routine and understanding what was.
one eye cat link.
I don't know
Thank you,
how
John.
many times I heard you go. You'd be like, okay, and I'd stop and I'd say it's a minute and 10 seconds, and you were like, what? Where does the time go? And you had to learn
You,
what a minute was.
you know how many shorts I did that were like a minute and 1 second? It's like, oh, it's no good. But it's easier to take the second take than it is to go in there and edit the 1 second out or 2 seconds out, because that's a whole nother process. So, what advice would you give someone interested in starting a channel? Okay, man, I don't know.
What do you like to do?
Yeah, what do you like to do? Sometimes, back before John did this 30 days of shorts thing, I started doing a few shorts. It's not really my favorite. Um, well, yeah, I don't know. I had a YouTube channel. Yeah, if you're signed in here, you got a YouTube channel. You might even have a few subscribers you don't know. So, I went down to a pharmacy that has a parking lot that's up a little higher than the streets. It's right in an intersection. So I went in there, got my prescriptions, came out, and the exits to the pharmacy are all blocked off, and there are police lights and ambulance tow trucks, and there's a big old crash in the middle of the intersection. So I walk over kind of the overlook of this intersection, and I took my phone, pointed it toward myself, and I went, "Hello, Buff Del Campo here in the intersection, Clarksville, Tennessee. Somebody had an accident out there." And somebody made a left turn in front of somebody and pretty much center punched him. And I said, "This guy isn't having a good day." And then came back and said, "Well, I'm going to get my car and wait for the police to open the parking lot up." And I pulled that off in like short, put it up, and it's just okay. Something happened, and I put it up. So, let's see. Here's okay, Matthew Ward, hang around on this community content. Oh yeah, John Wilbur, of course, does the content creator workshops,
Yeah.
and that's good stuff.
And now
You know,
John Wilburn's content creation support is focused and centered around an annual event called the No Name Nationals. But if you hang out with his community of people, all the people who are involved with the No Name Nationals are content creators. There's a threshold of 500 subscribers before you're allowed to participate in the event. But all the people who are there are pretty serious about being a content creator in
okay,
addition to being a car or person in some way.
the first 2 years I went to No Name National, which first and second, this will be the third annual coming up. But the first and second, I didn't have any subscribers. Did I? On the second one? The second one, I had a few subscribers. Did I? Yeah, I did. So, but I went as not as a participant. Well, I think actually last year I did pay for a participant, but I went there. I helped Kim with her monkey bike. I helped her get her van ready because she even raced her van, did participated in the burnout contest. And so I didn't have enough subscribers to race, but man, I had a good time. I met all these YouTube content creators that I know from watching all the car stuff. And that was really fun. And then of course we went to Lambert's, which is a restaurant that's kind of bizarre to say the least. Fun place. And then we had a little car show there. When we go to Lambert's, there's a good sized parking lot, and they let us have a car show there. Kind of an impromptu car show. first year. Second year, they made space for us. Pretty sure I was one of Buff's first 10 subs. Yeah, you may have been. I had like 4 or 5 subs. I don't know why I didn't even know I had subs. Never put anything up. Never even thought about putting anything up. It was just like I joined YouTube. And then when I started putting stuff up, man, it was John Wilburn and yeah, I think you started kind of promoting it. Really helped me there. And it was a long, slow climb to about 300. And then you gave us that uh, one short a day challenge, and man, I picked up 200 subs because of that. Guns and Gears, how you doing?
Welcome to the stream. We're doing good. Today's
Uh,
been productive.
yeah, so today we did a lot. Says hi to you too.
I
So
see.
okay,
Matthew Ward, pick the a topic that you like, and then try and educational videos are a core part of YouTube. If you can make short educational videos that are as entertaining as possible, don't overthink it, but just start with small educational videos on a topic and then just practice. Keep doing it. It's not going to happen instantly. You're going to make videos that no one watches.
that picture in the background just changed, and it just like what?
You're going to make videos at first that no one watches. So you don't have to worry that no one's going to watch them. Your first comment is going to be something that hurts your feelings, and you have to kind of just be ready for it. And as best as you can, surround yourself around with supportive people that want to see you succeed, and keep focusing on those people, and you'll do good. You'll do great. And you may find you don't like it, or you may really enjoy it, and you might be one of those people that just takes off. But you'll never know till you try. Post a video about something. Post a short about something.
And John Wilburn, I think most of his stuff is Friday night. Well, this regular night's Friday night, but then sometimes he has one on another. Like, yeah, subscribe to John Wilburn's channel and watch his stuff on Friday night. So let's see.
John's good people.
John's a great guy. You know where I met John? I the first time I met John, I went and I helped Uncle Tony at a drag race. John Wilburn was there, and we were changing jets on a. Well, I guess John was changing the jets on a carburetor. Uh, after Uncle Tony made a run, and Uncle Tony always makes a run, shuts his engine off immediately, and wants to read the plugs. So I was pulling plugs, and John was changing jets right after we read the plugs. Then I was putting new plugs in, and so yeah, there was John. Another time I was at Uncle Tony's, uh, and we were doing a live, and John was there, So, and then after that, of course, No Name Nationals, and seen him around places. Oh yeah, John Wilburn. Put up your link to yours. I don't know if you can link my the the uh the poll we did. So I got a poll going right now.
Linked it.
You did link it? Oh, okay, I missed it.
Some do.
Oh, okay, I missed that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we got this. We never tried a poll before, so we're trying it. And you actually put up 2 shorts today. And then I recorded a longer video because I haven't put any of the longer videos up for a while. We've been doing a lot of lives. I mean, this is eight nights in a row lives. Whoa. And so I need to put some effort into something other than shorts. And but I yeah, so we spent some time doing that stuff today. You got to see Bottle Rocket break an axle. Oh man, that night I got to see Bottle Rock break an axle. But it was that same night before that happened that we were going to drive across where the pits are. And Tony pitted way off down behind, like where everybody else was, kind of out by himself. And he goes, jump in the back. So I jumped in the back on the right side. Kathy was up front. and he took off, and I'm in the back of that car. It's a 318, and you just don't think a 318 is gonna perform all that well. And he he did a he did a wheelie with me in the back seat of Bottle Rocket. He pulled the wheels off the ground. I'm like, holy crap! I never been in a car like that. That thing was that thing was quick, and it really surprised me that I was riding something like that. Stray Bullet, how you doing? Man, we're get some people in here now.
Oh, everybody's coming in. Saturday night, huh?
Yeah, Stray Bullet, if you want to, oh yeah, if you want to scroll back a little bit, you can see. I think you can do that. Can't you do that? When you come in late, you can scroll back and I don't know how far you can scroll back. There's a bunch of links in there that John put in to all the people that are here for their channels, so you can subscribe to everybody's channels. Yeah, or you can watch it. I leave these videos up so you can go back later and look at all the links that John has put up. And we put a poll up there, which I thought was kind of interesting. Never did that before, so we're trying that. And we did a short on different kinds of penetrating oil, and then I put a poll up like, which is the best penetrating oil? That'll get people. I'm sure that'll get people. And something I didn't know, you could put comments to a poll. So down below, you could put comments like, yeah, I mean, we only put three kinds of penetrating oil or other, and so you could actually fill in comments as something else. Uh,
Nope. We're the only people who know which penetrating oil is the best.
we only know what,
Only us. No one else knows about penetrating oil. We're clearly the expert.
or you mix them all together.
Well, make your own and put it in the squirty bottle. What do you use? What do they use there?
Everybody knows who Cher is. Sonny and Cher. Everybody knows who Cher is. I was watching her on a talk show one time, and I think it was Johnny Carson said to her, "What is that perfume you wear?" Apparently, it's good. And she goes, "Oh," she goes, "What you do is you buy the expensive stuff," and she goes, "You mix it all together." And I thought, "Oh, that's a good answer." So then, uh, then I started mixing penetrating oils together. That was Cher caused that. We were listening, working on the computer at the same time. Yeah, I've done a lot of that.
Did y'all watch
Oh,
John's short about all the stuff he got today?
when did what happen? When did this happen? When did this happen?
Share.
Oh, Cher?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, it was when Johnny Carson was still on many years ago. Oh, that's before Jay Leno. It could have been on Jay Leno's show.
Back in the olden
It is back in
days.
the olden days, but it's kind of funny, because she mixed perfume. So then I'm working at shops, so I start mixing penetrating oil. When you made an account with your name. Oh, when did I make an account with my name? This name? Uh, oh, I think I was, oh, it was after I started doing Lives with Uncle Tony.
It's
Straight bullet. I don't post any videos. Well, maybe you'll start. Oh, I
you
see.
know,
March 30th, 2013. Man, you've been there for 11 years and you have no videos. So you know what you do? Go outside, record something, record your face. Here I am, stray bullet. Here's what happened today, right now. Here's an accident in the middle of the intersection. I can't drive because of this. Hope everybody has a good day while I wait here. Post it. Just make sure you don't go over a minute. Anything that happens. Anything that happens.
yep. You never know what other people are going to respond to.
And I did one like that, crash in the middle of an intersection. But I've done a lot of them in the shop, just impromptu. My thing I've been doing lately is tools. I got tools for everything. I've been buying tools for since since I was 9 years old. I've been buying tools. So that's 1963. Granted, I didn't buy many until I was probably 16 or 17, and then I really got a snap-on habit. But I I've been doing shorts, so I pick up some tools that are similar and do a little short on them, and then the next day do some more, do some more, do some more. So I won't run out of tools for a while, but maybe I will.
Here's a tool.
Here's a tool. Oh, what's this? This is, everybody knows what this is, I would think. This looks like a
I
screwdriver.
need it. I've got
Oh, it's got a magnet on the end. She must have dropped something.
a
Your
couple
life
spark
is
plugs.
boring. Your life is boring. My life was boring.
You know what?
I met Kim and I
Everybody
started
else's
YouTube.
life is boring too, and sometimes they just want to escape from their own boring life and watch somebody else's boring life.
This is something I used to say back in the 70s. I used to watch Johnny Carson all the time and then later Jay Leno. And I'd watch these people and they make such big money sitting there just talking to people and they really don't do much. And I said, man, I'm here in a radiator shop working and I worked every day soldering radiators. And I watch people on TV that are entertainers and they do a job once and they get paid hundreds of thousands of times for the same job they do once. And me, I'm a dumbass. I'm here in this radiator shop, solder up one radiator, and I get paid once. I said, the guy that's going to do well is the person that figures out how to solder up radiators and get paid a whole lot of times for doing it once because they got a camera on them. But I said, that's boring. Nobody wants to watch that kind of stuff. And then who came along there were two people. There was, who's the guy with the motorcycles?
Yeah, the people just in the fight. The motorcycle, the Geico button.
No, I was thinking of Jesse James. Jesse James came on, and he's building motorcycles, and he's building it once and getting all these thousands of views, and he's making good money. Then the Orange County Choppers came on, and the same thing. And I'm thinking, man, these guys nailed it. It's like me soldering radiators, and I want to make the money on many times and only soldering it once. Well, then YouTube comes along, so I get my dream. I get to do the job once,
Yeah,
and a lot of people watch it.
yeah,
And
so you can
it's
get paid again finally.
okay. YouTube would need to immediately start paying me. Oh yeah, well, that's the other thing. You got to earn that with YouTube. I said that to Kim many times. Man, we got a year's worth of work in this, two of us, and we're not getting paid yet. But it's an investment. And the thing about YouTube, that investment costs you some time. I've gone into business before. That investment was a big pot of money that I either had to borrow or save up. Both my radiator shops, one of them I had to borrow it, the other I had to save up with a partner. He and I both put money into it. So, and we started making money the first day, but man, we lost a ton of money on the first day. And YouTube, yeah, you earn it, but you earn it yourself.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
Kim's handing me parts here to work on.
so the other thing about it here is that
Don't drop these off the edge.
okay,
Here, move your piece of. She's got
mouse.
this nice piece of leather she used for a mouse pad, and I
The
don't
other
want to get
thing
grease
is,
all over.
right, in regard to they need to start paying you right away. Like, well, you need to start delivering right away. Are you an excellent content creator already? Are you already building something super interesting? Those guys who were making motorcycles spent decades learning how to make motorcycles really good. So if you're already really good at something and you set a camera in front of you and you know how to entertain people, yeah, you'll start making money fast. But
Kim, where'd you get this piece of crap? This is a this is a thing to check spark plug gaps. Uh, and there, I'm supposed to read what size those are.
each little each little loop is a wire of a different gauge and you can use it.
Yeah, but I can't. I gotta
We'll
go.
go get a
I
set of
gotta go clean this
PCB.
off. I can't use this.
But we would be the thing is we would be working on these cars and trucks anyways. So it does not cost us extra to work on these cars and trucks. It takes us extra time to record what we're doing. I scream your name all night long, John Wilburn. That doesn't make even sense. I could sell t-shirts. Why would someone want to buy your t-shirts? Maybe. Maybe if you do good t-shirt design, there's a lot of people out there selling shirts.
Stray Bullet, watch the. I'm sure there's a site online somewhere It'll show what the local car shows around your area. And local car shows are kind of fun because you go to a local car show and there's maybe only 10, 12 cars there. They're cars nobody gets to see very often. And there's local car shows. They have some outstanding cars because they're local people that don't go anywhere except locally, like one night a month or something. You go there and you take some video of them and talk to the people that own the cars. Is this your car? Do you mind talking on YouTube
Let them
about
tell
this?
their story.
And let them tell the story and thank them and then post it, you know?
Or like Jump Card Willie, he just goes to and looks at junk cars. Who would think that would make interesting content? But he does it. It works.
I cleaned this off, so now I can.
These spark plugs don't look very bad. I don't think this engine was running too bad.
Well, the gap is huge.
Well, it had an electronic ignition, but we're putting points on it, so it's got to get down to what do you guys think the gap should be if we're going to back we're
We have giant gap, way bigger than any of my gauges.
yeah.
So anybody have any suggestions what we should do on this? She put a, a distributor with points. You remember last night if you were here, she made she and I both made a thing. But it was her design. Put a Volkswagen distributor in this Chrysler engine, and uh, John says 035. That's probably reasonable.
No bigger. 032. Make it
032.
something
I
like
have 032 sheet metal around here. Uh, you live in the middle of nowhere. Where is the middle of nowhere? Hello, Wendy. How you doing? Uh, oh, this is terrible, Kim. These are huge, huge, huge. I need to tweak this a little. While I'm talking, I'm adjusting spark plug gap. More. Oh yeah, and John's posting people's channels so you can get some subs, get some more people watching. And thank you, John. So that's why your YouTube channel is posted there, Wendy. Do you watch Wendy's?
Do I watch Wish?
I'm not sure I've ever watched Wendy's. What's on Wendy's YouTube channel? I should have been paying attention, huh?
Most sir.
Kim, I gotta go get a. This thing's all in stupid millimeters.
Which one is this engine
So
from?
go, not a fan of car shows. Okay, that was just a suggestion. But yeah, I mean, we were driving along one day, but sadly I was driving and I had my phone, but Kim was with me and she wasn't ready. And I there was a Carmen Gia driving next to us. Like, oh, look at that! Let's get a video of that thing driving along. And we could pull it together before it disappeared down in through traffic. But you don't see many Carmen Gias.
Is he lying?
And I
Something.
want to do something. Okay, he said he'd rather go to the dentist.
Well then,
Well, go to the dentist and get a inside your mouth cam. Oh man.
that's the thing. Do videos about dentistry then.
Did I ever?
Make friends with dentists.
Wasn't there a good dentist story I told not long ago? I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I know what it was. I had a root canal going on. Been many years ago. There's a woman dentist, young, young, young woman, and she, how it is. You get all this cotton crap in your mouth, and you can't feel anything because they put your mouth to sleep, and she's in there working, drilling, 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 and I'm like back here like this, and of course I can't talk. I just got my mouth open, and this dentist goes. She stops drilling. She goes, "That's exactly what she said." She goes, "Shit, I just broke a drill bit off in your tooth." I'm like, I can't say anything, but I'm thinking, man, I've broken drill bits off before. And I bet a tooth is pretty soft, and I bet that drill bit's pretty hard. I wonder how you're going to get that out of there. So I'm thinking this, but I can't say anything. So there's another dentist in the office, another young guy or a young guy. She's young. They're both like 20s, you know. They come in, they're talking all this dentist talk, looking in my mouth. And then the guy leaves, and she goes in there again, goes, and she goes, I got it out. It's like, man, good job. Of course, I couldn't say anything, but okay. These are all in millimeters. This is in inches.
Oh, look at you go with the
So
technical.
I'm going to measure. I'm going to put a caliper on this, and I'm going to measure these. Man, Kim, my hand is shaking so badly today. I have a left hand that shakes. Now that's like 36. That's about 29 thousandths. What's this? About 40. Okay, that's 35. Kim, do we have a marker or something here? Where's the markers? Where's the marker?
Yeah, the marker is in the thing with the stuff.
In the thing with the
I'll
stuff?
get you one. Come on.
She says it's in the thing with the stuff. Yeah, so if you got a dentist working on you,
Can you here? I'll see if I can.
no, that's all I need. I just need to make a mark. I don't need colors. I just need to make a mark. Yeah, that'll work. Uh, it's that. That one's 35. It's really close to 35. That little Studebaker in the thumbnail, that's cute. I've got one of those, but not that one. Almost looks like a cartoon character. That's 61 Studebaker Lark. I have one, and I hope mine looks that good someday. Because right now it's all apart. Geez, I took it apart in Arizona because I was going to put it together in Arizona, but then we lost our contract. Ended up coming here, so I brought it all in parts back here. And I was very careful to pack everything up when I took it apart. Everything in Ziploc bags, like only like two, three, four bolts in each Ziploc bag. Everything marked. Everything's really well organized. And now I've got to do some work and put it all back together. Okay, so now I know which one of these is 35 thousandths. Sure you want 35? System 3. Oh yeah, that's too close. Adjusting a plug. Valiant, my Valiant gets called a Studebaker on occasion. You know what I use when my Studebaker is still all in one piece? People would ask me, they go, who made Studebaker? Who made Studebaker? Studebaker made Studebaker. The other thing people used to say was, didn't Rambler make Studebaker? No, they were fierce competitors.
Fierce.
They were after the same customers. Little Rambler American and Studebaker. Till the Studebaker Avani came out, I don't know who they were competing against there. That was a class by itself. Okay, Kim, here's one.
Okay, I'll get them.
I voted for PB Blaster. Okay, sounds good.
I like the.
We're gonna go in there. We're gonna go in there. We'll probably leave that up for a day, and then we'll go in there and announce a winner. I don't know if you win anything. You win a hey, you voted for the winner. Kim, do you want this? I'll just set it here.
Just set it aside.
Okay, I'll set it in that box right
We
there.
like PV Blaster for stuff that I'm gonna do right now because it dries out, but it's soaking real hard.
Kim, this spark plug's like 100 thousandths. Holy crap! I can measure this with the caliper.
Hey, that's why I didn't have any spark. I don't got no reference material here to what it's supposed to ever be. I've never heard this engine run.
Yeah, Kim, this is almost 100,000s.
Well, I'm glad I
Studebaker made wheelbarrows. Did they make wheelbarrows? You know, Studebaker made some cool stuff. They made a what was the postal wagon that I was telling you about? They made in the 60s. It's a little boxy, little tiny, narrow van that when I was a kid, those things were everywhere. And that was a Studebaker product. And then they made, of course, Studebaker's been around since the 1850s. They made wagons, you know, like horse-drawn wagons. You know where Studebaker made their first money? Making wagons during the Civil War for the Army. This is Studebaker brothers. I think there were like six of those guys. They all had big beards, looked like ZZ Top.
So this is my carb adapter. This is the fuel injected side. This is the Carter BVD side.
How to convert an engine. This is Kim. How to convert an engine from fuel injection and electronic ignition to points and a carburetor.
Had to be done.
It's a grimy thing. Kim, how do I clean these? I don't have a good spark plug cleaner. That one's a mess.
What do they need cleaned for?
No, they're just, well,
They're close enough. They're either going to work or they're
they're
not.
either going to make sparks or they're not. Okay.
I'm not overly concerned.
I mean, if this made sparks, it would amaze me. That electronic ignition had to be really something.
Somebody put new spark plugs in, gapped completely wrong, and I couldn't understand why it wouldn't start.
Studebaker weight wheelbarrows, it still says. Sorry, Kim, I'm a little slow with this. Still overdid it.
Engine Light Garage, when are you coming up to Clarksville? If you need to bring it to a shop, maybe we can help.
What was that? What are you volunteering our shop space for?
Uh, Engine Light Garage,
I missed all this. Me at another YouTube buddy. Probably me and another, I don't know.
Yeah.
YouTube buddy of mine are going to be going up around Clarksville, Tennessee to revive an old GMC. Hopefully it'll work out. We can make a pretty epic video. John Studebaker started the Studebaker Company with money that he earned from building wheelbarrows during the California gold rushes. See, I didn't even know that. The Studebaker brothers were, they started a company in the 1850s. It lasted all the way up building cars into the mid 1960s. And then the company was still around. They were making STP and they were they really diversified. And they didn't really go out of business. They diversified and they sold parts of that company to different people and different companies. And I think most of that's still going. Uh, just not the cars. They just didn't build cars anymore. I thought you grew up in California. I did, but I didn't know that. I didn't know they made wheelbarrows for the gold rush. But that sounds like no. All I knew is they made horse-drawn buggies. I knew that. There's some funny stories about stuff that happened in the gold rush times. My sister used to live in a town called Wairika. It's way up in Northern California, almost the Oregon border. and what's his name? Samuel Clemens. What's his pen name? Uh, 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 wrote Tom Sawyer. I can never think of his pen name.
I know you.
Yeah, but I want to say his name, but I can't say it.
Somebody's gonna say it.
Yeah, they can't. They kept making wagons a couple of decades after getting to make automobiles. Yeah, and they made trucks. I think they made trucks before they made cars. I think. I'm not really sure. Um,
He was an author.
yeah, I want to tell a story about Wairika, and he was there. Um, I'm multitasking here, and I'm not doing well. Trying to adjust the last spark plug, and I'm having trouble with it.
Overburn it.
Mark Twain. Mark Twain. Yeah, I looked up. There it is, all over the screen. Mark Twain. So Mark Twain was in Wairika, and it wasn't Wairika yet. But what happened, his story is, okay, Kim, these are ready.
Good.
What his story was that he came into town. Am I supposed to get anything done around? Hey, Tavo, how you doing? So anyway, Mark Twain goes into Wairika, and it was a sign. There's a big paper sign that said bakery with a right above a bakery. Except the wind had come up and it ripped the sign, and the sign had flipped around backwards, and it ripped the B. So the B was just ripped, and the sign was around backwards. You could see through the sign with the sun, and it looked like Wairika. So the name of the town became Wairika, which is some of some bakery backwards. Yeah. So now back to reading. Adam Culbertson, how you doing? Yeah, I'm only like 3 hours from you guys. We are trying to schedule when we are going to get the old truck. They have it nailed down. They haven't nailed down a date yet. Yeah, Tavo, how am I supposed to get anything done around my house when I'm distracted daily by Buff and Kim Live? Yeah, we decided we were pretty busy with YouTube today, and we decided to come up here. Why not? Mark Twain, that's Shania Twain's husband, right? Yeah, I probably never knew each
Go girls.
other. So,
Going out tonight, feeling all
s-
right.
uh, so, uh,
Have a good time.
where'd my cleaner go? I guess I put it away. Kim, this is ready. These plugs.
The best thing about being alone is my prerogative. Have a good time. Oh, oh, oh.
The parcel moved from California to Florida? Man, that was right by me. Is it really in Florida? What is it in Miami? If it went to Miami, Florida, it's because that's where the customs place is. But I can't imagine they didn't do that in Los Angeles. Who knows? It's the U.S. Postal Service. I've seen them ship stuff all over the place.
Those guys are really great. You should use them all the time because they're wonderful. What did you want from me? I was.
I got your
Oh,
spark
wait. You want to
plugs.
pull them in, or
No, put them in. They're kind of dirty, but I think they'll spark.
all right?
They're all at 35 thousandths.
They have an accurate gappage.
So Tavo, we did something. I've been trying to kind of promote this, and you just popped in here. And Adam, we put up a poll. We've never put up a poll before. So in the community section, there's a poll about uh uh penetrating oils. Which one's best? And we did a short on penetrating oils. I said, well, let's just put up a poll, see what people think is right. Arrived at USPS Regional Facility Seminole, Orlando, Florida Distribution Center. A distribution center. Oh no. It's like you go into a deep hole. A bunch of damn thieves. What the that post office? Oh, back in 2020 and 2021, it was like it's horrible. Hey, Levi's Backyard Performance, how you doing? It's slightly older kids. Yeah, we're slightly older kids. I guess I'll always be a kid.
Okay, we have
Kim,
our
you paying attention here?
plug in there. We got some pliers, but we had to did a regap. I made Buck Del Campo regap some spark plugs for a point system, and I made a steel adapter to go from the fuel injected throttle body thing to or 2 barrel carburetor to the 4-volt mount. So we're gonna put that on there, and then we've just got a regular oil. So a couple of wires away from
You know what I'm talking
fire on. Okay, I just had to do a progress.
Oh yeah, well I'm talking to you, and I turn around, and I look, you're shooting a video. It's like, whoa, man, I'm
You
talking.
guys get the early access on the video because you're a
See
watcher.
who all's in here now.
Oh yeah, we
Got
got
Dylan, and we got
hi Tabo. Hey
Tavo's
Dylan.
here. Yeah, I know you were paying attention to your vehicle. Those plugs are all gapped to 35,000.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
I'll put plugs.
John Warburton said they're supposed to be.
I think I agree with John. That's about right.
Yeah, I would think so. They're all kids, only difference is age, and some are older and some are younger. I'm still just an 18-year-old nightmare high schooler. Only difference is now I have a job and more money. I think, I think, I,
Paychecks.
I think, Dylan, I think you're one of the hardest working guys I know because you're always off to work somewhere and you're working on your car and you're running behind. When I see somebody running behind on a car, it's like I know what they're doing. They're working. In 2021, Australia Post refused all deliveries from the U.S. Yeah, and that's what happened was Tony, UTG, they sent a bunch of merch off to Australia and they all got returned, and they lost big time. Yeah, and Stray Bullet, you're 29, and I think Dylan there, Levi's Backyard Garage, you're 24, aren't you? Man, I think he just had a birthday, I think. Uh,
Man, at that age, I was such an irresponsible dumbass.
what? What'd you say?
I said at that age, 24, I was such an irresponsible
Oh, you were
dumbass.
you were an irresponsible dumbass.
Oh,
When I was 24, I was still in the Air Force. Uh, I was in the Air Force Reserves, and I had a radiator shop, and I was busy. 24, and I feel like I'm 40. That's because you're working so hard.
oh, you think you feel like you're 40? Wait till you're 40. Ow.
And Tavo says he's a youngster at 61. Man, I remember when I turned 60, I thought, oh no, I'm old now. And then it was like 2 months later, I turned 70. It's like, what happened to that 10 years? It's gone already. It's because I was working, 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 running all over the country and
That's what happened.
England and everywhere else. And now I'm
Okay.
retired. I said, when I retire, I'm going to go outside, take all the clocks out there, and I'm going to shoot them with AK-47 and never have to pay attention to time again. Well, I didn't do that. I sold the
Yeah, but
gun,
instead he decided to start a YouTube channel and
and now I'm busy again. So, such is life.
more busy than ever.
I feel like I'm 58, Levi, but I still act like I'm 29 sometimes. Yeah, that's what I gotta pay attention and not act like I'm 18 or 19. By the time I was 18 or 19, I was in the military and we could act a little stupid, but we had a lot of rules and regulations we had to pay attention to. Let's stop working tomorrow. If you keep changing the lotto numbers on me.
Does
It'd be too
anybody think
easy if it was always the same lotto number.
does anybody believe this is gonna run?
Do you believe Kim's truck's gonna run? Oh, did you put the carburetor on it?
Not yet. I'm putting plugs in. You told me how to do that.
Well, it doesn't matter what order you do it in.
Um, very consistent.
Okay, where's the carburetor? Is it one you already have, or is it one that's in a box we have to
It's in
open?
the box up here.
Okay, so I got to bring the box over here for a
Carburetor.
box opening. Engine like garage. I'm 34 and I act like I'm 21. Oh, you did open it already.
Fail.
Okay, so now I'm going to open it again.
Well, you can do an unpackaging or something.
Unpackaging. Here we have what's probably an important part. Yeah, it's like too small an area for this.
Oh,
Oh, and we have this. That's probably the most important part. And we have instructions that I left in the box. We have one of these things,
we don't need no stinking instructions.
and we have one of these things. Carbonator. This is what makes the carbon, or just the carbon.
Yeah.
So
It meters the carbon.
has a choke. Der Vormerkoffer. So on the Volkswagens, there were these little labels you could get for all the controls, and one of them I remember on the choke. The label said Der Vormerkoffer, and the one on the light said Der Glimmerblinken, and the windshield wiper said Der Drizzle Flipping. I thought it was pretty funny stuff.
It was a simpler time.
Got another box to open.
Oh, yeah.
I went to get another box.
Good job. How's everybody doing? I don't get to keep track of all of the chat. It might run. I don't know. I've never had this running. And the guy who I got it from, he said it ran. And the reason it stopped running is something went wrong with it. It lost spark. And then they weren't sure if it was getting fuel. And it sat around, and they gave up.
Yeah,
I know the gas tank, someone pulled the gas tank half out and then never reinstalled it. So,
I had a razor blade here, and I think you cleaned up
right.
after me. Oh, there it is.
You know how
I
people
left it
get. It's a basket case, but it's the rust. The only rust is the rust you can see on the top of this door. It's pretty complete. It is not a 3.9. It's a K car motor.
It's a 2.5 with the balance shafts in it.
It's either a 2.2 or a 2.5. We're not even 100% sure.
I
But
think
it's supposed to be a 2.5.
in Germany they speak gibberish.
That is a BBD card. We got it from what? We get it from Amazon, maybe.
Falling off my chair. We have another box to open that's enormous, but it feels like there's nothing in it. Oh, why is the timing cover missing, Kim? There's the question.
I don't know. They didn't put it back on whenever they changed the timing belt. There isn't one.
It's like your Subaru. They decided to put a timing belt on it, and it ran before they put the timing belt on, and after they got it together with the new timing belt, they couldn't get it running. Then she bought it. And guess what? The timing was off far enough that it bent all the valves, or some of the valves. So they didn't get something right. I'm opening this box. What is in here? Piece of packing. A gasket. This big old box had this in it? Oh, I see what this is. Velcro. This looks like valve cover gaskets for that cologne engine you have out there. Yeah, Ford 2.9 liter. Made in Portugal. You know what? This got to be a record. Got new parts for car not made in China.
Not me. That's right.
Verify timing on that before startup so you don't bend the valves. It's a non-interference motor.
Thank you. I will. Now that you
So,
mention it.
so we have. So we need to put up a poll about this too.
What's that one?
These are, uh, I think they're rubberized cork gaskets, or are these just cork gaskets?
I think they said rubberized, but that
So
doesn't mean
then we have to have, because we can start a good argument with this. You want rubber gaskets, rubberized cork gaskets, cork gaskets? Which is best? Yeah, everybody go into our poll. Take our poll that we have with penetrating oil. So Kim, you have
Sweat.
yeah, I'm trying to get this box out of the way. It's out of the way. Where can we put these gaskets? I guess I can put them in the box. They're in the box. Don't throw the box away.
Okay.
Oh, you got the carburetor. What's this? Don't you need this?
Yeah.
The gasket, and then this other gizmos that are to hold, probably to hold the air cleaner on. You'll have to make another air cleaner. She made the air cleaner. Well, I helped her with it. We both made the air cleaner, but she's the one that really finished it. Where's this poll? You speak up. It is in what's it called? Community section. What is that section called?
It's in the community
Community
section.
section in our channel. You chose Blaster. Okay. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah. Thanks for participating in the poll. So, if any of you looked at any of the videos about Kim's Dodge Dart, the Slant 666 Dart, she put a carburetor on it. It was taller than the original one, so when you put the original air cleaner on it, you couldn't get the hood shut. Boo. So she made an air cleaner that was lower, kind of went down around the carburetor. She and I worked on it together. It was her design, I helped. But it really wasn't finished. Then she finished it. So yeah, see, Dylan, you can go into at the bottom of the poll, you can put other, and then there's a place there you can put comments, so you can add to it. Yeah, because I know people use Croyle, but I've never used it, and I didn't have a sample of it here. But sure, add it in.
Yeah, and then put a comment.
Yeah, put it in the comments. There's comments under the poll. So if any of you go look at the one of her videos later on, not in the middle of live, but you'll see her air cleaner. See if you have any comments about her really well designed air cleaner that works quite well.
It's a secret air cleaner.
Really does. It's a secret air cleaner design.
Can't just be telling people about my air cleaner.
Well, it's a secret design.
Sheesh.
Levi says we left out Croyle. You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to buy some Croyle.
Yes, we are.
Because everybody says it's so good. See, I've always thought PD Blaster was pretty good, but I use all of them. When I was a little kid, my father always had liquid wrench around, but I haven't seen that stuff in years, but I know it's around. We had it when I was in the military. We had
Oh,
liquid wrench around.
ask him if they can guess what that's for.
Guess what? What's for?
This thing that I'm handing you.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Careful to the stick. Hot bears.
What the heck? What is this for? This is like, this is a bolt that has been ground off or something.
It's clearance because I couldn't get it in beside a carburetor.
Here you go.
Thank you. I gave away the answer.
John Deere penetrating lube. Because I can get it at staff price.
Nice.
Probably just one of the other brands repackaged. Yeah, it could be. John Deere. You sell John Deere equipment. Pretty interesting. No, it's all good, man. Just what we can get the cheapest. So it's what we use. Use near free, if not free most times.
Whatever you could soak
Dad
the
gets so
straw
much
out
to
of.
his job, they usually just give him a can or two. You know, when I worked in a wheel alignment shop when I was 17, the guy had a 5-gallon can that we put into a little spray thing, and he called it Panther piss. And I don't know what it was. It was pretty good penetrating oil, but he bought it 5-gallon generic cans. It's some kind of penetrating lube, and we sprayed that on tie rod sleeves. We had tie rod sleeves a lot of time frozen up. So you bring a car in for a wheel alignment, first thing you do is loosen up tie rod sleeves and spray all that real well with that stuff, and then you work on the wheel alignment. And And then when you get to setting a toe with the tie rod sleeves, move easy. Oh man. So what's your dad do that he gets this stuff? Oh, and Dylan, is it just some rumor? Are you and Brooke getting married at No Name Nationals? First met Brooke, it was funny. It was at the it was
Lambert's.
at Lambert's. And at Lambert's they have these rolls and they throw them across the room and you catch them. She goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not. She was sitting next to me. She goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And by the end of the evening, she was catching rolls. Eating them. That's pretty good. My last job, the service department used INOX. What is that? Inox? 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 Huh. He works in a still mill, a steel mill or a still mill? Still. We still haven't built a still. Of course, neither of us drink. Probably built a still to make alcohol to pour in a gas tank. Definitely rumor, although I had thought about it.
I don't know if it's the most romantic thing for her.
Pretty funny. Oh man. So how could you make it memorable? Get married in a van while it goes down the drag strip.
Uh,
Steal down. Dang autocorrect. Autocorrect will really, yeah, autocorrect. It'll really get you in trouble. I was out in Arizona. I was married at the time. I told this story before. I was out there, and my former wife is, we don't see each other a lot. So she texts me. She goes, "Are you dating somebody?" So I text her back. I said, "I'm not dating anyone, or I'm not dating somebody." And it autocorrected, left the not out. It says, "I'm dating someone." It's like, oh no. It's like, no, 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 not. I bet there's divorces over autocorrect.
trying to get you murdered in your sleep.
She'd be happy just to have a wedding. I'm very blessed. Hey, she's a nice woman. The other thing I remember about Brooke that I thought was pretty funny was we interviewed you two at No Name Nationals last year, and you both signed the side of Kim's van because we had everybody putting autographs on it, and a lot of the women that are there helping on the cars. And I said to Brooke, I said, "So do you help on that car?" And she goes, "No." It's like, okay, I guess I won't go there. So I don't know. Does she help or not? Or give some kind of support, I suppose. But she goes to No Name Nationals. That's pretty good. What is that? Oh, that's a tapered bolt. The bolt I tapered the end off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you know why? So start.
That's good.
I'm staying single now. Not falling for that. I've been married 2 times and probably not as there's some failures there. I I think it's just why was she suspicious? Probably just because I was gone so long. She was nervous. I don't
She
know.
probably saw something on the
Well,
news
now
about.
I'll tell you why. Now that I think about it, because she was dating someone, but I didn't know it at the time.
She was dating someone. That's.
Yeah, I mean that came to light later. The guy she's married to now.
Yep, yep, yep. Well.
Yeah, that was upsetting when it happened. But
Yeah.
so I lived by myself for what 3 years, maybe a little more, three
Yeah.
and a half years. Then I met Kim, and Then Kim came here, and so we have we're both here. Not
I,
married, but it's nice.
I'd say we're pretty happy here.
We're pretty happy here.
Some days I'm hard to live with.
Some days I'm hard to live with.
With
So I just when I get really irritated, I go get on the mower and I drive around it. Mow.
That's right.
And you fix the mower. It's so quiet and nice and mows so well now.
That how long was that
And
spindle sitting there on the desk waiting to get installed though? I'm
we bought
sorry.
all these parts for the mower.
Last fall.
We bought spindle and blades, and man, that mower sounded bad. It was cutting crooked down through the lawn, but drove so fast I don't care. But it was noisy, and yeah, I hit too many rocks, and she had like a chunk of steel or aluminum or something as a wheel chock, but it's sticking out way past this trailer. Well, I ran over that thing a couple of times. And I ran over a distributor cap of hers that she dropped in the lawn and then
Although I'm sure that didn't hurt the
turned
lawnmower one
turned
bit.
the distributor cap into a bunch of splintered plastic. Well, I felt bad because it's brand new distributor cap, and I just
It was brand new. It
eh,
never had,
she
never even been on.
she dropped it,
I
so
get grief about that distributor cap one more time than necessary, though, I
it
think.
doesn't help a ton, but she definitely doesn't hate what I do, only hates the time I put into the sport. Well, you know what? That's just you. You're a drag racer. I mean, that's your personality. And how's your car come? Man, the first year when I met you, you were broken down. By the time we went to Lambert's, you were broken.
That sucked.
That's the first night before you even raced. I think you had a broken transmission. The second year, you raced. And it was kind of fun to watch you race, but then you started getting a knock or something, and you did videos on pulling the engine down. You had some severe damage in there, so it's probably a good thing you stopped running it when you did. But it's like 2 years in a row. I really want to see you run this year and do well. I hope you got that engine ready.
Aren't easy.
I got married in a drag race tower, February 14th. Bruce. Finding enough stuff.
I'm struggling to find all the stuff that I need.
You're gonna find the stuff.
I'm getting stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna start coughing. Yeah, start coughing. Here come the cough drops. And there's one medication I take. It's a blood pressure medication that makes everything perfect. Makes my blood pressure really normal, but it dries my throat a little bit, which is mildly annoying. When it starts getting dry, I put one of these cough drops in my mouth. And if I don't do it right away, then I start sneezing and coughing. I've been plagued with what we call this, Levi. It says I've been plagued with what we call racer's luck. When you fix one thing, another thing breaks.
Will it
I
break?
think this year should be better for me. Yeah, that's good.
Get it? Ain't easy, or everyone would do it.
One-eyed cat. Me and Wendy got married during lunch on a Friday at work. Lady in the office was a notary. I was a notary in Ohio for a long time. I never performed a marriage ceremony. Oh my God, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, that's pretty funny. What did you just sign the paperwork that you notarized it? That's great. Yeah, what'd you do at lunch? Well, we got married.
Got married. Oh, congratulations. Now get back to work.
God, he's gonna say he got married in a road toad. Don't you both have road toads, or no? Maybe only one road toad. I don't know. I was thinking you had two road toads up there. Don and Wendy, let's Levi. Don and Wendy, lovely couple, like yin and yang. Unfortunately, unfortunately, there's that. I don't want to make a comment on that. We have a like a tray full of scrounged hardware. Tim's over there digging through it and digging through it and digging through it.
Digging in the free stuff.
Man, there's springs in there and bolts and tubes and stuff. I don't even know what it is.
I got clearance issues. I'm trying to find a stupid bolt that'll fit in.
If the wire were longer, I'd bring the camera over there, stick it in there so they could see what you're doing. Tim, let's jack up the back of the truck. Point the hood toward the camera.
Okay.
We do. No, we do have a pair of road toads. Hers is the 225. Oh man, 225 and a road toad. Fans really close to the radiator. I remember that. I don't know how you fit that big engine there. Well, I've seen it, so I know how you did it. But so Dylan says, so once I file the rings, I can get the pistons and rods in, and it's just reassembling the rest. Should go very quickly. I just ordered my second fuel pump, so I'll have two fuel pumps. It'll be E85. What kind of pistons you got? I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell me. If you're running forged pistons and what kind of piston cylinder wall clearance and all that stuff. Just curious. You don't have to tell me. Our road toads only came in 225s down here. Never saw the 170. Oh yeah, the first year here was 1960. It was actually late 59, and they had the 170. I don't even know when the 225 came out. Was that the first year? Not sure.
No.
And One-Eyed Cat, he and Wendy have the 62s. I think they have both theirs of the last year, the 62. And they're Valiants. They're not Dodge. What was the Dodge? Lancer. Dodge Lancers. I like that. I really like the first year, the 1960 Valiant, for a couple of reasons. One, it just said Valiant. It didn't say Plymouth on it, which is kind of cool. And I had a neighbor that bought a brand new one when I was probably 5 years old. First one I saw. She took me for a ride in it. And that was so cool. I rode in that car when it was brand new. And I thought that was just the coolest looking car. I like the little I like the little slanting taillights in the back that look like this. And just my one of my favorite cars then. Yeah, she bought a car and her husband bought a car. She bought a brand new Road Toad, and he bought a 1960 Ford Ranchero, which is a Falcon. I never got to ride the Falcon, but I like both those cars. They're both white, brand new cars. Been together 58 years. That's Bruce Calton. Forged flat top should put you around 10.5 compression there. All they are BTR pistons. Wiseco technically makes them. Yeah, my thing with forged pistons, I learned this early on. Lots of piston cylinder wall clearance. I probably I ruined an engine one time right off because I got on it way too hard and scored the piston cylinders because those forged pistons swell up a bit when they get hot, and I didn't know that. So after that, yeah, like 4.5, 5 thousandths piston and cylinder wall clearance, and even then I'm careful. In fact, the stuff I run, we're not we're not jumped on anything, so I'm running cast pistons and everything. Yeah, slant six. What am I gonna? What am I forge pistons? Slant six with a 2-barrel carburetor. 1960. It was Valiant by Plymouth.
Meant to do
What
that.
the hell was that? I thought it was glass breaking. It was just a whole tray of wrenches. Oh, it was Valiant by Plymouth, and then went to Plymouth Valiant. I didn't know that. I thought it was just Valiant. Ah, that makes more sense because they were in Plymouth dealers. Our first ones were 61 model, built and released January 62. Oh yeah, Tavo. Yeah, you know, if any of you haven't seen Tavo's videos, he's walked around and he did a live one time with walking around looking at at the early Valiants, and it was really rough video to see live. But then he posted it. It looks really good when you watch the replay. And it's pretty good video, and you get to see what everything looked like in Australia on those years. This motor's going to be loose. Oh my God, yeah. I hope it's loose. This motor's going to be loose. My turbo should be capable of 40 to 50 pounds. Whoa! Never wore the Plymouth badge down under. Yet they were just Valiant, so that's pretty good. I absolutely will not use forged pistons in anything that is not running boost or a healthy dose of spray. Yeah, I run cast pistons in everything now. Yeah, I did that on a 302 Ford. Oops, had to redo it. I don't know. We got videos of us assembling that
We
engine
documented
engine
that really carefully because that was the big thing we were doing that whole year.
that engine that slant we put in the Valiant was a real piece of crap. I mean, it was rusty mess. One whole number two cylinder was. I didn't think we were going to
We
get it
were going to
pumped out.
give up and send it to the machine shop.
We didn't send it to the machine shop because nobody had time. Like, like 6, 8 months, maybe we'll get to it kind of thing. So we honed and honed and honed and honed. So,
And we were cheap.
and what we've got, so the number two hole has about 5,000 piston cylinder wall clearance. The other ones are a little smaller than that. So, so what? It's just an engine. I don't drive it that much. I don't hardly drive it at all. I need to start driving that car more. Kim was kind of getting on me that I wouldn't get. I'd lost interest in it. But we got to rebuild the. She did the left hand side of the front suspension. We got to do the right hand side of the front suspension, and the tires are terrible. Probably 20-year-old tires are all cracked. So yeah, what we got to do. Dylan says a cast piston in LS is pretty capable. TBH,
To be honest,
oh, to be honest, my car was making 850 horsepower on a factory bottom end, untouched. No ring gap either. If the rings were gapped, that motor would still be here, but I didn't do it. Yep. On the Valiant, on our R6, because we got a turbo for it, but I won't be running real high pressure, but I gapped the rings a little bit on the large side.
oh, we gapped them up. We
So,
thought we were going to run a turbo. We may never.
well, we got the turbo, we got all the stuff. I may do it. I don't. I'm not out to race it. I'm out to just have some fun. 1979 Ford 460, rated 8-to-1 compression. ICC actually 6.7-to-1. Really? Really? That's Bruce Colson. I recall the videos on that engine build buff, and it came up okay. Not a racing engine, so close enough is good enough. Yeah, I mean we may race it, but if we race it, it'll be like
It'll It's
Hmm.
more of an exhibition
Yeah, like it's
race.
like somebody's got to lose.
That's right. World needs pigeons.
She says that's what she tells me. Yeah, you can race it. The world needs some pigeons out there. Somebody's got to lose. I don't know. I've never been on a drag strip. So yeah, it might be good for me. I got to learn some drag strip etiquette, like so I don't make mistakes.
Yeah, he's nervous.
I'll go out, go down a runway in an airplane that's never flown before. Like go down a drag strip in a car that I know how to drive. It's pretty bad. I quit flight testing airplanes too. Last flight test I did was in, I think, 2010.
Who threw all these branches on the ground?
Who threw all the wrenches on the ground?
Please, old man.
I thought you dropped a glass jar.
You jerk.
Turbos are fine. They're fun to be had. Oh, 3 to 500 horsepower car is way more fun than a lot of people can handle anyway. 500 horsepower is a lot. Don't let anyone tell otherwise. Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah,
I don't think I've driven anything with 500 horsepower.
it'll make
No,
this.
no, no cars. Uh, Airplanes are pretty heavy airplanes. You get into that stuff.
Mr. Del Campo, we have achieved, we're to the point where it's only wiring
Thinking
between
the
us.
highest horsepower cars I've driven are 400. Like 1970 Corvette 454, which is what was that? I don't know how many horsepower. 400 something. And oh, geez, drove a '63 Ford 427. That's rated at 425. I raced a guy street racing. It was my car, and the owner of the car is sitting next to me, and GTX is pulling up next to me, and I jumped on it, and he jumped on it. And man, I pulled away from him and got up the next red light, and the guy pulls up next to us. It was a '63 Ford convertible. And the guy in the GTX looks over and he goes, "What do you got in that thing?" And the guy that owns it says, "Oh, it's a 427, but it isn't running very well." And the guy goes, "It isn't running very well because the 440 GTX, we just blew his doors off, you know?" And and it wasn't. It was like it had a little bit of a miss when we were sitting there idling, but as soon as you put your foot in it, it took off real well. What are those for? Those are connectors, Kim.
Well, I need you to help
Okay, let's see.
while you're talking.
Let me do this here.
Yeah, you
I
know.
have one car that breaks the 200 horsepower mark. The others are well under that. I'm happy. Yeah, see, I'm same way now. I used to have all this, had to have cars with a lot of horsepower, and now I don't even give a shit. You know, racing is easy. Burnout, pre-stage, stage and go a tad just before the green. Yeah, here's what. But then I know when you get down to the end, one person's supposed to like it's a left turn or right turn. One person's supposed to turn before the other one, or like if you're way ahead of the other person, or then when you pull up is like when you stage, is one person supposed to stage before the other one, or I don't know any of this. Okay, what do you want me to do here? You handed me wire.
I need one of those connectors on each end.
Okay. Well, this one has a connector on it that's broken.
Yeah, cut it off.
Okay, so I need to get my tools. Racing easy burnout. Okay, I already read that. Okay, I gotta go for a walk. This mess on the floor. Walking that way.
Thank you.
Going in that same drawer you're going. No, I'm going in the one.
Yeah.
Cutters. Cutters. I think I have enough here. So this length is good.
Yeah, it can be long. I'd rather it be long than be stretched wires don't reach. This I was going to use this piece of red wire, but
Oh, I forgot to get
the strippers.
yeah, the nice strippers that I like.
Where are they?
Next door down. Maybe. Nah, they might be over in that electrical drawer. Up one, down one. I don't know. Down two. Where the hell did I put them? No, I don't want those. Where's the good one that I demoed the other night? Ooh, I lost my stuff. Did I put them in here? Okay, I might put they're in here under all this crap, but I don't see them in here either. I lost my good strippers.
Happens a lot.
Oh, where'd I put them? Set them down somewhere. Absent-minded. Set something down. Not where it's supposed to be. Kill, I lost my good strippers.
Let's remember where they went.
You're right, devil. These are the really good strippers. Promptly lost them. What the hell did I do? Well, there's one other place they could be. So I do a video on what the best tool is to use,
And then you promptly lose the
and I
tool.
lost them. Dumb.
Hey.
So I'll have to use a shitty.
Uh-oh. Where would you have put them?
I have no idea.
We
If
were
I
in a
knew,
hurry and we
if I
dumped
knew,
everything.
if I knew, I'd have them in my hand.
Hi, everyone. I'm working on my Dakota tonight.
Kim, where did I put my strippers? Those are good, expensive strippers that I like. I lost them.
Uh, I managed to do that. Can you strip both ends so that I can have the strippers because I need them too?
I mean, is that actually that worked really well.
Got quiet. You start working, lost them.
Okay. If you see when I get heat the insulation with a lighter, thumbnail it off. Oh, yeah. I'm not a smoker, so a lighter is like I might have one around. Tim, what are you going to use this for? Something temporary?
Um, yeah, everything's temporary with this.
Everything's temporary.
This whole truck's temporary.
It's a temporary truck.
Yeah, if it doesn't run good, I'm just gonna pull the transmission out.
Then you'll have a truck without a transmission.
Without not for long.
And then what? What are you going to do with it after that?
Roll it over a hill from the way.
You got way too much money in that to roll it over a hill.
This.
Where'd you go with my crimpers right while I'm doing this?
I got a lot of money in this. The transmission's worth what I paid for the truck.
Sadly, I won't make it to the Lambert's cruise this time. Most likely, yeah, you were saying that. She's got to go to school. Did she have like a laptop or something she can do the school while you're driving down there? Oh, let's see here. This wire is ready. So I'll be with my lighter is acetylene torch. Oh, I got one of those. Then you gotta have a yeah, I got one of those. I got several of those. Like my acetylene torch. And I have a natural gas and oxygen torch, which is what I use for radiators. But I've got to get one more tip, and then I probably have to set it up kind of like. But acetylene's too hot for the radiators, and a lot of radiator shops use natural gas, which is like slow boat to China kind of thing. But the only two or three people I've ever met use uh, propane and oxygen, which just works so well. But you can't like leave the torch anywhere. You got to keep moving, or it'll burn stuff up. Okay, I now yeah, that's completed, but I don't know where my good good strippers went. Man, they're in the video. I don't know what I did with them. Ooh, this is bad. Lost my good strippers.
Are they over on the white folding table with all the soldering equipment, maybe?
Oh, they could be in the soldering.
Oh, we you strip this?
Here they are in the soldering equipment.
Hey, I found them.
My good ones. What do you want to strip this for?
Give me a long strip. I need lots of
How much? Like half an inch?
2 inches.
2 inches stripped?
Nah, 3/4 of an inch.
That's crazy. 3/4 an inch. I can do that. I don't know. Is that 3/4?
Maybe.
Do we know how these work? She's trying like hell to get off that day, but I'm not sure she will. Yeah, school's a funny thing. My son's doing a distance learning thing where he actually has to attend classes online, and it's not like you just do it when you want to do it online. It's like you have to attend the classes. And so he's doing that. He's going to UCLA. I think it's UCLA, University of Southern California, I think. Of course, he's in the army, so he's all over the place. Strippers can be flighty like that. It's the nature of the game. I found these. You know how these work. Does anybody know how these work? I don't know. It was in my short. It grabs the wire here, and then it cuts it there, and then it pulls it apart like that. Man, these are great. I had another pair, another brand. I don't know what they were, but man, I used them probably for 30 years, and one day they fell apart. So I bought that pair. Yeah, she's becoming a nurse. That's her career. So that's her career. So sadly, that's a priority. My former wife was a nurse. She got her 2-year degree, became an RN, and then she continued on, got her bachelor's degree. So that's BSN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And then, she's working for the state of Tennessee, and they paid for, you work for the state of Tennessee, they'll pay your all your education. And she took advantage of that, got her bachelor's degree on the state, and then still worked for the state. Became a charge nurse in the hospital for probably 10 years after that. Then she moved to Florida with her new husband. Oh,
Not to be bitter.
I laugh about it now. It was a sad day, but now it's like, man, I got used to living alone and it wasn't bad. Got over it pretty quickly. Had to. Well, and I got called back to work. So I ended up running all over the country again working. It's almost normal. I think she and I are both actually it's worked out well because we're still friends. We still talk. She's pretty happy. I'm happy. Happy enough for her. Not like happy with everything in my life, but generally I use a knife. Knife. Can't carry a knife in California, can you? Kim, what you doing? Wiring something up.
try to see if this time is set properly.
Nurses always in shortage. They'd import nurses from North Dakota if they could. Or North Dakota, wrong. North Korea. Nah, I hope not. It's like Cuba's always bragging about how great their medical system is. You know, so why doesn't anybody go to Cuba to get their see a doctor? Let's see here. A single such for me and dating life ain't that much nicer. Hopefully marriage treats me better. Married to a nurse. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get used to somebody that works shift work. And that's okay because it varies. It's not like 8 to 5 every day. You know, that's probably a lot of shift work. Of course, it depends on the job, I guess.
I would hate having to work late nights.
Same with Canada.
All right,
Canada,
buddy, I need your help.
she needs
Smell
your help.
burning.
She needs your
Let me
help.
know.
What do you need?
I'm gonna do the sniff test.
You're gonna do the sniff test? What is the sniff test?
Let's see if it burns down.
Well, wait a minute. There's a sniff test and then there's a burn down test.
Burn down test.
What are you doing? You're putting power. She put a battery in there. I mean, this is like serious business now. Well, we import poor people from other countries, so our lives can get worse. Well, we talk about we ended slavery all this 150 years ago. Yeah, 170 years ago, something like that. But then, look at China. We still got slaves. We don't pay the Chinese much of the word. Mike, it cranks.
All right, place your bets, people.
She wants you to. I'm all for immigration, but illegals to me are no different than hardened criminals. Well, you know what? I've helped immigrants get in here uh, several times, and it's just a matter of putting your mind to it, learning the system, filling out the paperwork, going and doing what you're supposed to do, and they become citizens and they're good people that are part of the country, and the whole country's full of people like that. But people that sneak in, yeah, they're I mean, the first thing they do in the new country is they're a criminal. That's not
bad.
I mean, to me, it, I don't know. I've helped. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing a video while I'm talking. Uh-oh.
Well, we're trying to do the. Does it run?
Okay, call it a communist system, but I'm happy with Australia's health care. Bit of a wait for elective surgery, but emergency are taken care of quickly. 2% of our income is taxed to pay for it. So it's not actually medical insurance. It's 2% of our income is taxed to pay for it. Well, if the system works, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, Kim is.
All right, you guys gotta be. You got. I need to borrow him from you.
So why is that so crooked up there? You want it? You want crooked video?
Yeah, I like crooked fish.
She likes video like cocked off. Okay, dude, I've met so many immigrants who do great things in this country, earn their citizenship, and they rock. They love how this country was started. Yep. And there were 4 people I helped get into this country. 2 of them became citizens, and 2 of them had pretty good jobs where they lived, and they decided to go back to their other country because one of them said not. One of the woman said not enough people in this country speak Russian. She was older, and she just was not ever going to learn English well. And she was a doctor in Russia. She went back to Russia. The other one was also a doctor in Russia, and she just she just decided to go back.
All right,
So
carbon.
so oh, what is that you're pouring in there?
Gasoline.
Hopefully gasoline.
Soap.
Soap. You poured soap in there. It says gain on it.
I filled it. I
Fill
filled
the carburetor with gain.
a lot of. There's a lot.
So
Okay, it is very much. This Juice wire.
Oh, there's a juice wire. Oh, you're putting that on permanently. So if it needs to be shut off,
Yank it.
I rip that out of that slot.
Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Man, I was picking the battery up.
Yes!
Sounds like a lack of oil pressure.
Year and a half of preparation.
That sounds like a diesel or no oil pressure.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even
Did you
tell.
check the oil?
No.
Well, it sounds like there's no oil.
Okay. Might not have any.
Man.
It started. Where's my high five?
Hey, that was electronic ignition, electronic fuel injection, and now it's points
Check
and
that
a
out.
carbonator.
I don't know. What do you think of that oil? It's bad.
Well, did you have any indication of oil pressure anywhere, or do you have a capability of looking at it? Man, I couldn't shut that off. I was pulling that wire and it's picking the battery up. Mic is too sensitive. It cut out on the starter noise. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it started and ran great, except it's a little noisy sounding. She's got some dubious oil in there.
You know what? It wasn't the oil. It's the tip of the dipstick so dirty.
Okay, well, maybe you can check the oil and see what's going on.
Nope.
Let's see here. Mic is too sensitive. Cut. Starter. No, Bruce, I'm American. Who's this? Oh, stray boy. My family has been here, got almost, oh, my family has been here, got almost 400 years in blue blood. Yeah, my family's been here since 1624.
I got no idea what the timing is or nothing.
Ow! Do you really need to step on my foot? Oh, that foot hurts.
I'm really sorry. You okay?
It'll live. That's not the bad one. It's not good, but it's not the bad one. I have big toenail problems. It's
All right. So
terrible.
coil,
She stepped on my toe.
distributor.
Oh, we need some air in here. You just filled this place with
That's she does it. All
exhaust.
right. So that's the end of the Will It Run. The Dakota does actually run. So now
Something sounds terrible.
doesn't have a throttle. Really? Maybe it just needs to bring up pressure. It didn't run that long. It hadn't run in a while.
It sounds like a diesel from out here, which there's a lot of clattering.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, those lifter, you should lift her down or something like that.
Sounds like every lifter.
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
Blue blood also.
It will run though. Didn't even sound that weak or anything.
You know, my son went to Europe for, he's in the military, he gets all over the place. So there was a church.
We're here.
There was a church where my family was in the 1600s before they came over here. And we know where that church is, and it's still standing. And my son went there. He's the first one of the family to be in that church in 399 years. And he thought that was pretty cool. Got his picture of it in front of it.
You know what we need?
What do we need?
Screen door.
A screen door. Oh, so you can open the door and let the exhaust out and keep the bugs out.
A little bit.
Everything bad out, everything good, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's a little small.
I cannot believe it started on first real try.
And then I was trying to shut it off and I couldn't get the
Yank
going
it!
like this, yanking on the wire, and I'm picking the battery up with it.
You're supposed to
She
pull the
stuck
battery
she
terminal
stuck
off.
a wire between the battery terminal and the.
I didn't have
I couldn't-
recording of that. It looked
I
like a
couldn't
silly
believe
man.
I couldn't believe I couldn't get that thing pulled out of there. Finally got the battery terminal off.
How long have we been on here?
We've been on here
2 hours.
almost 2 hours. Yeah.
Are you guys chill if we call it? I didn't think I was going to get this far, but I'm tired.
She's feeling good. She got her truck running. That's the first time we heard that truck run.
It's never run in my life. The secret handshake.
Secret
Nice.
handshake. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, we're down to 7 people in here, so I don't know. They're probably starting to drop off.
Yeah. Go home to your cats.
Go from your cats.
Tracy Ullman used to say that. But
So what are we gonna do? We've had it. We're gonna call it.
I think we're going to call it that. We did good. We made excellent progress. I did not think we were going to get to that. We did some streaming. We weren't supposed to stream tonight, but we did anyways.
Yep.
Did you guys enjoy yourself at all? I hope you had a good time. We'll do it again soon. Maybe we'll take a couple days off. We'll definitely be back on Tuesday night.
Guys and women.
And ladies.
So
Thanks for being here,
yeah,
and we'll see you
yeah. Kick us out.
soon.
I have work to
Yeah,
do.
get out of here. Go work on your
I'm gonna
project.
go home and I'm gonna get something to eat. Probably a big old salad. Yep.
Ooh.
Because I miss my vegetables. I gotta have vegetables.
All right, don't
Okay.
forget to eat. Check your
Yep.
fluids.
Everybody, take care.